Alrighty. Hoping everything's working. It looks like everything's working. Hello. Been a while, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna start re-explaining everything of why it's been so long since I last streamed. But hi everyone. It's great to see you all again. Yeah, I made with 2.4 out, I feel like, you know, it's kind of my thing every time Star Rail gets a new update. Sorry. It's been a day. It's hard to speak right now. But it feels like it's my thing that ever since, like, whenever Star Rail gets an update that, you know, I at least play it. So, there's that. But sorry, I don't know how to start this. It's been a day. I am not mentally well today. So yeah, sorry if I'm like stuttering all over the place. I'm just fumbling all over my words. I am sorry about that. But yeah, today I wanted to play the 2.4 update with y'all, and that stuff. All right. Okay. That's nice. Sorry, I got 1 second. Okay. Hello, Demi. Thank you so much for coming by. It really does mean a lot. Oh, wow. Smart detection's really helping. Alrighty. But hey, Demi, thank you so much for coming by. It really does mean a lot. We're just starting out with the homecoming wardens war dance. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. Is the volume okay? Is everything working right? Oh.
Phew.
What's up, Pom-Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou Loufu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going?
Well, thank you. It really does mean a lot. It really, really does. You didn't have to do that, but it really does mean a lot. Thank you so much.
Soon, the Xianzhou Loufu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Loufu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, like mic volume? I can turn the mic volume down a little bit. Or the game volume. Because I always feel like the game volume ends up being either too quiet or usually whenever I like practice record. Game, okay. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Okay, because normally it's the game that overpowers me. Because I usually try to keep my games quiet. Alrighty, let's see if that's any better with mic settings.
Well, things are getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival, and we're already being invited to another special event.
Hopefully no one dies this time. I'm still recovering from the trauma caused by the last festivity.
Yeah, me too. But wait, won't it look unprofessional if we attend 2 ceremonies in a row? Aren't we supposed to be focused on restoring astral charts and doing some serious scientific exploration?
Well, scientific is debatable.
So we should leave March behind to take care of the Express?
Hey, that's not what I meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
Oh shit, it's a Friday. Oh, yeah. I get that. I do think I have an Actually, no, I don't have an equalizer as a filter. Because I have a limiter and an expander on mine, because I usually, when I get excited, I talk loudly when I get excited, so like I usually try and account for that. But yeah. But like, oh shit, it is a Friday today, so I don't know.
The Xianzhou Loufu has recently overcome a crisis. By holding the war dance, they're demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of peace and safety.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. I wish I still had my old mic settings. I lost them some time ago. Then it's like I've never been able to like perfectly get them back because I don't remember exactly what I had. But yeah, I get that. When there's certain volume levels, that's when it just like really starts to mess with my ears.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships.
Yeah, I get that. It's like, I know it is, but like, because I do, I try to like really tone down my mic as best I can. I never know how loud I'm actually talking.
Aside from Starskiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
Same, Nahi.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we set off. However, it may take a few weeks.
I didn't know Himiko went to Planet 454B. Dang. She hunted down some Reapers all on her own.
Aw, so that means we're not going to the Loufu.
Being an adult means maintaining relationships, whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Loufu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
Nice. What do you two think?
Nah, I've had enough playing with Leviathan fossils. I met the Silence the other day. I don't want to deal with that again. I trust the Dragon Man.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Loufu.
Hey, Yang.
Kalinga Abyss. What does she expect to find there? Current research on the Leviathan merely proves how little we know about such life forms.
That's why geniuses are interested in that field. Science is all about uncovering the unknown.
The conversation between the two adults brims with a complex jargon. It's okay, that went too fast. Have a safe trip, you two.
Don't miss us too much.
I miss you every time you're not on
If I
screen.
stumble upon some cool Leviathan fossils, I'll bring a few back as souvenirs for you.
Thank you. Thanks, Mommy. I was like, bet. Right? And that's kind of what I was, like, because I was actually I was actually tricked in 2.4 with the whole like fake ending, or 2.3 with the fake ending thing. Was that 2.3? No, 2.2 with the fake ending thing. So like I was honestly like really debating on what the next planet we go to is. So like I could see it. Just like, bet, here's some boring shit.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Danheng, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Loufu, right?
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Loufu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The ambrosial arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Loufu is stable and safe.
Yeah, I was unironically like, that's it? And then it got worse for me personally, where it's like, it ended with because 2.2 went on for a long time. That was 9 hours. I was right at the end and I had to stop because it really, like my brain was starting to hurt from how long it was going on for, how many loops and story arcs we were going through it. But I was like the last hour and I stopped because I thought it was gonna go on for another like 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, although for me, I was streaming. So it's like for me, I was streaming. Sorry, but it's like for me, I was streaming. So like I couldn't skip cutscenes.
And since he has extended an invitation, it's only right that I visit my old friend.
Yeah. Again, because you did do that with Jingliu. Yeah. Yeah, during Jingliu's companion quest. You did meet him again.
Coming back to this place brings back so many memories, you know?
Yeah, so many memories, it makes my head, it like, makes me feel like my neck's gonna snap. So here's something for all of you, a poem by March 7th.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou.
About the only twists we had were Ting Yun. I think that was about it.
This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock.
Oh yeah, right.
This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
We're so easily pleased. I actually feel sorry for us.
Such is the fate of us nameless.
Yeah. Well, like, hey, I do myself dirty like that, so I'm gonna do other people dirty like that. Eos! I saw the Skyfaring Commission's notice that the Express is docked on the Xianzhou. Are you guys on the Loufu already? Just got the Starskip Haven. I'm really stumbling over my words. The General sent me to welcome you all at the Starskip Haven. See you in a bit. I just made him Sonic.
Starskip Haven always this crowded? Oh, there's so many people here. I can barely hear anything.
Yanqing said General Jing Yuan sent him to welcome us. But where is he?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom. It's the most prominent landmark on the dock.
Hey, there's an Intellatron and a Papeshi.
Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits. They're from Penacony, right?
Well, we saw them at Penacony, but they're not from Penacony.
Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Loufu?
We know a little bit about it.
You could say that.
What do you need?
We are from Penacony.
Oh, they
Maybe
are from
you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we just left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Loufu?
Yeah, make memory bubbles based on it. Why not ask the locals?
We did, but the locals were all like, come on, there's nothing worth seeing on the Loufu. It's so boring here.
Okay, I can relate to that. There are tourists who are like, wow, this thing's so cool. All the while the people that have to drive by it every day are like, eh.
Ha! Can't blame them. If someone asked me what's there to see on Penacony,
Yeah.
I'd probably struggle to answer too.
That's why we're asking fellow tourists.
Most of the
sense.
tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Oh yeah, I could understand that. I'm just like, oh no. If it weren't for the fact that the Xianzhou is already like a melding pot where all sorts of cultures come together, I probably would have had the same thought. I'm like, oh god, is it still a dream?
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
It's like order lost to chaos in Splatoon 3, so it's come to Star Rail to really wreak vengeance.
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned Loufu fighter jet.
Huh.
No doubt
I didn't
about
see
it.
what that.
It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian star skiff.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
Well, as far as I remember, like, the Pepeshi people came from somewhere else, right? I feel like I remember that. Like, Pepeshi are not native to Penacony. It's like they were prisoners on Penacony, so many Pepeshi live there and are born there. But I feel like I remember the Pepeshi people are from somewhere else. Like the Intellitrons, they're from planet Skrullum. And yes, that's actually the name of the planet. Skrullum is like, as cool as Skrullum is, he's a little in his own head. So it's like, as far as I know, the Pepeshi people do come from another planet. And there's just a lot of them on Penacony. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. Like, yeah, I honestly don't remember. Everything that happened in Penacony was just too much for me to comprehend, so I just stopped trying. That's one of my big complaints with Penacony. It was very well written. Like, it was very well written, but there was just so much going on that it just ended up being more confusing than anything. It felt convoluted for the sake of convoluted. And yeah. That was always my problem with Penacony. But yeah.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Because it's like I'm pretty sure Scale Gorge is not open to the public. I don't remember the Ambrosial Arbor. I know it doesn't matter, but it's like... Orem Alley, I could be like, yeah, I helped. But yeah, no, I'm gonna say Fixtral Garden, because my wife is there.
Oh yeah! Fixtral Garden! It's famous for supernatural stuff. With those mischievous heliobi floating around. It's pretty fascinating.
And it would work really well because, especially in Penacony, where it's, entirely peaceful, having something that's a little stressful works out. Hey, Candace! Thank you so much for coming by. It really, really does mean a lot. We just started with 2.4. So yeah, thank you. It really, really does mean a lot.
Supernatural? I don't really like scary things, but our clients will love it.
Yeah, I get that. Because I know you only just got to. Actually, I won't spoil levels, but it's like I'm not gonna say your level, but it's like but yeah, I get that. But it's still thank you. It really does mean a lot. It really does.
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixed Troll Garden. Maybe we'll bump into each other there.
Yeah.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Yeah. So it's like you know the area at least, but yeah, still new content. But yeah, I hope you have a good time lurking, Candace. It really does mean a lot.
Wow, really? Let's go catch up with him.
Hey, Twink.
Here you are. Everyone, this way.
Hey, Twink. Fellow Twink. How you doing?
Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
Yeah, last time we saw you, you got your ass kicked by some guy who wants to die. And that's not me this time.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But, Yanqing, are you?
It's... Because, yeah, it's only... I guess I don't know how long it's been in universe, but, like, it's only been, like, based on updates purely, it's... Yeah, I guess it has been a year. Purely based on updates from, like, because, yeah, the Xianzhou Loufu was accessible day 1. So, yeah, I guess it has been more or less a year. Huh.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
I don't see it.
We've only been away for a few months.
Ah. Long time no see, Yanqing. Yeah, because I wouldn't. As cute as that is, I wouldn't actually do that.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danheng. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
Makes sense. I hope the best for you pulling Hua Hua. That's actually what convinced me to stream 2.4, was that I had saved up some tickets so that I could try and get more Eidolons for Hua Hua. Literally, my first 10 pull was Hua Hua, and I got E1 for her. And I wasn't even at pity. And like I was like at like, I don't remember my pity. I was at like 60. So like that was just a random 5-star. That felt good. So that's what convinced me to really stream 2.4. It's like I get it, Star Rail. Damn. But it's like I hope you get her. Oh, that's awesome. Let's go. I'm happy you got her on your birthday. Well, at least her banner star. I'm happy that the banner that started on your birthday was your 5-star. That's really awesome. I'm glad you were able to pull for my wife.
Seriously, I've never seen the Loufu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Ah, yeah. But that's extra cool. That you got that. Yeah, that's extra cool, Demi.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight.
Nice. I don't have her light cone. Purely because the light cone I have, it's the one from the Nameless Honor, where it's like if you use a basic attack or a skill, it heals everyone's HP. That one's just too good for me to want to get rid of. And yeah, I know Hua Hua's gonna stay on my team permanently. Hey Becker, thank you so much for coming by, buddy. It really does mean a lot. We just started with 2.4. It really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. But yeah, I know Hoa-Hua's gonna stay a permanent part of my team. Purely because I don't care if she gets outpaced. I love her. I call her my wife for a reason.
The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Loufu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou ships, the Zhuming and the Yaoqing, have both sent messengers to offer their blessings.
The Yaoqing?
Yeah. The Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it. But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back reports of great victories, which is quite impressive.
Nice. I have not. I've not... Like, it does look fun. I have seen gameplay of Z3. It looks really fun. But I just am not looking into getting into another gacha game just yet.
I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true.
I really hope Fei Xiao is a himbo. I really hope she is. Let's freaking go, Becker. Because I have seen Grace. Let's go. I'm proud of you, buddy. Yeah. It's like the energy regen Hoa-Hua has is amazing. I love it. Just anything that allows you to be more, anything that allows you to use your ultimates more often is just awesome. But yeah, I hope Fei Xiao is a himbo. I've seen a tiny bit of her. I don't know her personality, but what I see of her, and I'm gonna make myself disappointed when it's obviously not gonna be that way. I see like this tomboyish himbo, battle-hungry girl who just can't do anything without the help of what's his name? The Fire Nihility character. I forgot his name. He's gonna be the next banner. But it's like, I heard that he's like her assistant. Xiaoqiu, that was it. But it's like, she can't, the way I'm seeing it in my head is that like, she is incapable of doing anything that isn't battling or eating without Xiaoqiu. And I love that idea. Like, kind of like I'm seeing Xiaoqiu as like, kind of like Toma from Genshin. And then Fei Xiao is like Goku. Yeah, it looks about right. Because I'm gonna be honest, I try not to look into the characters that much. It's like, I try not to look into the characters that much before they drop, for the most part. Because I like seeing them in context. I like being surprised in-game. So that's just a me thing. But that's what I'm seeing in my head, and I'm gonna be disappointed when it's obviously not what it's gonna be. Yeah. I saw that she saw it. I was not expecting her to see that. That was just supposed to be a quick post just to get it off my chest. Thank you, but I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't want another one. That is incredibly sweet of you to offer to buy me another one. And that, I highly appreciate it, to buy me another poster, but I would not want another one because it was never going to be that original one. It's because I'm sentimental almost to a detrimental level. Or it's like, I wouldn't want another one of the Christmas... Why is it flickering? I noticed that before, and I didn't mention it. Why is it flickering? Anyway. Yeah, I know it's a visual bug. It just caught me off guard. But yeah, it's like... Oh yeah, but it's like, since... It's like... That original poster, that was the one Mata signed. That was the one Cerise bought for me. It's like, that's the one I want. Anything else would just be a replacement. And if I were to get another one, it would just make me a bit sad. Well, thank you. Again, it really, really does mean a lot. I don't think I'm able to properly process how honored I am that someone is willing to buy something for me, purely because I'm just who I am. So thank you. That really does mean the world to me. It's just a concept that I'm not able to process to properly express my gratefulness, especially today. So thank you. It really does mean a lot. I wouldn't. Oh no. I don't. I know. Like, no, I know you're being honest, but I don't have a response to that. It's like, hey. The only response I could think of was, it was a short from Inksy that was posted just today. Where it's like, where it just hit me too closely, where it's like, it's like, my love language is words of affirmation. And somebody else off screen is like, you're beautiful and you deserve everything. And it's like, I don't believe you in the slightest. It's that short. That's how my brain works. I'm not capable of processing positive affirmation, even though that is my love language. And like, I do get that. It wouldn't be the same without me, but at the same time, I feel like I don't do enough to warrant that. But that's just me. That's just how my brain works. Yeah. Yeah, the brain is a vile thing. It just hates. The brain hates itself for some reason. And also, Demi, to go back to your previous thing. Yeah, it's like, that's... Yeah, I get that. For me, I use Twitter as kind of like a... Like, I get not posting progress or ranting. It's like... Because that's... For me, I use Twitter as a kind of just... It's, you know, like other people, I use it as just kind of like a journal. It's where I just put down my random thoughts, just put it out into the world and just forget about it. And I do forget that stuff catches on. It's just a thing, I use it as a journal so often that I forget it catches on and people can, like, I forget it can actually hit the algorithm sometimes. So yeah. Yeah, honestly, I should switch to Tumblr. Tumblr is the brain dump site. It's just the fact that everyone I know is on Twitter. So it's like, I have to use Twitter. But Tumblr is a lot better. And I get that. I know I've got a lot of... Yeah. I know I have a problem with freaking trash and stuff personally. But yeah, hey Yar, it really does mean a lot you showed up, buddy. Thank you so much. It really, really does mean a lot. Sorry, my brain's bouncing all over the place, so I'm not catching up. But thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. Yeah, that sounds like me making OCs. It's like, hey, I had this like half-second thought of like, what if this archetype was in Star Rail? Here's an entire list of how they would function and how it like I did that with Emerald from Sonic Battle. Of like, what if Emerald was in Honkai Star Rail as like a crossover character? Oh, there's an entire character sheet of like his combat style. Alrighty, Becker, thank you so much for coming by. It really does mean a lot. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for showing up. It really, really does mean a lot. It does mean the world to me. But yeah, it's like, that's me with OCs, and like... Well, I know Emerald's not my OC, but like... But yeah, just like characters and stuff. It's always like, it can never just be a thought of like, oh, that'd be cool. I have to like, analyze exactly. Oh, that's awesome. I don't fully understand the cooking stuff, but yeah. Yeah. Got it. I'm slowly learning. But yeah, I don't fully understand, like, baking. As much as I fucking love cooking, and I wish I had the money and space to be able to cook. Like, that, I don't fully understand baking exactly, but that does sound awesome to just be able to convert it from one thing to another. Yeah. Oh. There we are.
If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
Oh, you will, in like 2.5, roughly.
By the way, Yanqing, where are we headed next?
Probably to another yapping session. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And that, more or less, because I do not understand measuring in the slightest. That's a personal kink in my armor. I can understand mathematics and like do math pretty well, decently well, and like figure out percentages and stuff. Once we start figuring out like distance and weight and like measurements, that's where you lose me. That's my brain falls apart there. I do not know what half a cup is. I do not know what half a cup is, even if it says on the thing, like, what is a cup and what isn't. I'm just gonna wing it. Which is bad for a person who wants to bake. And wants to cook. But yeah, that's just what I do. I just wing it until I get it right. But luckily, I do have an eye for a lot of stuff. I do have an eye for like how much of something should go in. So I don't just like this should be enough sugar and it's like a whole fucking spoonful. I'm at least good at figuring out roughly how much I should put on. I just don't know what the measurements of those would be. Ah, okay. Ah, nice. Yeah, that's more or less how my brain would process it, but it's still not exactly how I would do it. Just because, again. Well, yeah, that's awesome.
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
Yeah, Jingon is really, he's adorable.
I agree.
That's a good way to explain it. That does make a lot of sense. I like that explanation.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
I mean, we can help. It's like whatever you fear will happen, happens.
We'll go with you.
I like that. Just the nod of like, okay. He knows what we can handle. Oh, those are new.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Those are new. Oh, I get that one. I get that. I go through like that. Like I do that with like Sonic Robo Blast 2 modding. I just go through like a whole bunch of like trying to add new weapons and skills and stuff, and it's like, okay, brain full, no more code. Enemies with this mark can enter Moon Rage. After enemies use attacks, apply 1 stack of Bloodlust to enemy units that can trigger Moon Rage. When Bloodlust reaches a certain number of stacks, the unit enters Moon Rage. At the same time, a Moon Rage counter appears on the action order. When the counter's turn begins, Moon Rage is dispelled. Okay. Well, what does it do?
Destiny. Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Are these? They almost look like Rift Wolves from Genshin, don't they? They kind of resemble Rift Wolves to me. Which, I mean, obviously, same devs, so wolves would kind of... But I mean, genuinely, they kind of make me think of Rift Wolves. Wonder if there is an intentional connection. Yeah. I'm sorry you can relate to the OC thing. I have, like, at least 40 OCs that I am actively using. So, yeah, I get that. I'm sorry you can relate.
Stand in position.
Alright. Okay. Until everything burns to ashes! Hey, Leon! Thank you so much for coming by. It really does mean a lot. We just started out with the 2.4 update. We've been doing a lot of yapping. Thank you so much.
You dare attack me?
Yeah. I've forgotten how many characters I have left to run. I have forgotten how many characters I have left to run. All I know is that it's a lot. Heck yeah, Leon. We love some yapping. We do a little yap.
Not good.
Oh, there she is. Freaking Skylander's music to bop. You know, if I had a nickel for every time we had a barefoot physical destruction character that focuses on counterattacks, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's good that they're resting at least. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
No.
While we appreciate your rescue,
IPC.
my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
Oh, but this shipment isn't even meant for the Loufu. And it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Loufu must go through inspection.
Hold on, let me... First... Yeah, I think they hired, a FromSoft Miyazaki. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the code, Denny. I'll put that in a moment.
Oh, but we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
Yeah. IPC ain't budging, I can tell you that much. Much like how my control stick will never not budge. Because, yeah.
Who's in
it's
charge
an old
here?
controller.
I need some answers.
Because this controller's like freaking 12... God, probably 15 years old. Because this is a 360 controller I'm using, so it's old. So yeah, the control sticks have finally started going. So they're sticking a lot. They work perfectly fine, they just stick.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
Oh my god! Who are you? Hi, here's my number.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain.
I am oddly not trusting of Lu Jun, because he has a face. We all know people who have faces cannot be trusted.
Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Zhu Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Loufu, and the Zhu Ming envoys saved them? Sounds complicated.
Exactly, those with faces lie and cannot be trusted.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Zhu Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Loufu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Loufu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
Oh my god. I don't know who's playing that Cloud Knight Captain, but oh my god. That is like silk. Imagine having a face unironically, right?
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seat of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
The Cloud Knights calmed the crowd, then dispersed, and the street was restored to its peaceful state.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
I know. They're kobolds, right? Did you call them the Borisin?
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago.
Of course they're just as bad as the Swarm disaster. Why wouldn't they be?
Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Xianzhou Loufu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borisin have some serious grudges.
I wouldn't be surprised. The IPC has grudges with practically everybody.
Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I get
I'd
that.
love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
So yeah, I get that, Demi. Gotta make sure that the sub stays.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way,
sure about that
young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
So when Cloud Knight's get into trouble, they have to call the emergency services too?
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
I don't know, she jumped off over that way. I don't remember there being exactly much room.
All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's how I did it too. I have the 6 month.
There
So I don't have to worry about
are
it.
a lot of troublemakers around.
Yep. Can't trust Lu Jun. I already know it. The fact that they're giving him more screen time, can't trust him. Nope, he has a face, can't trust him. But yeah, I did the 6 month thing, not only because it's cheaper, but also because I can prepare ahead of time for the cost. Because, yeah, as I have mentioned, I am broke. Yeah, it's easier to one and done. Oh. Alright, hold on, let me get that going, because I think I still have it. Yeah. I already used it. Never mind. Nice. I couldn't remember if I used it or not.
Success.
Because, I mean, it's kind of hard to remember sets of letters. Yeah, I especially... I can't say I can relate, but I understand. Freelancing, it's like, especially with something like freelancing, it's hard to...
It's been a long journey, Elder Huayan. Thank you for your presence.
Don't mention it. Thank you for taking the time to welcome me.
Old man. But yeah, it's like with freelancing, like, that's really hard. Name every digit of pi. P-I... There you go.
General,
Ooh,
I brought our guests
open.
from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Tiny old man.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
That was I dreamed about you on Penacony.
Oh. Well, it's an honor to be in your dreams, my friend.
Okay.
Allow me to introduce you to General Huayan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
I love him. It's like, I love small, old mentor men. It's like, he's giving me huge Master Roshi vibes. I love it. Because they did the same thing with, what was Old Man Odie in 2.3? It's like, yeah, I love that they're giving more, like, wild models to NPC characters. That's making me happy. Like, semi-important NPC characters. Yeah, I get that. It's like... Because I also live in the countryside. So yeah, there's a lot of older folks who just enjoy having having their life be a little bit easier. So they're always good at making sure people are, yeah. So I get it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist here, no different from other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the
fun.
Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills,
yeah.
he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Yeah, now that you, like, the moment you mentioned the furnace, yeah, I remember Huayan being constantly mentioned.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, the Marshal has called me back to duty.
Damn.
I had no choice but to answer the call.
Damn, even though the Xianzhou, like, you can't fucking retire. Damn. Oh, I relate to that, Demi. Lately, my teeth have been killing me, and I've been having, like, a really bad headache. So yeah, ibuprofen, my beloved. I understand that.
Well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings its share of disapproval.
Yeah.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you.
Do they owe each other a heat tap?
General Huayan.
Glad to meet you, General.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just a guest on the Loufu, the same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Dan Heng,
Oh, yeah.
March 7th, and her. Without their help, I'm afraid the Loufu might not have easily overcome this crisis.
I'm her. That's my first name. Yeah, it's... Yeah, my parents hated me. Oh, damn. I'm sorry you've been having a fever and your neck's been hurt. Your head and neck's been hurting. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better soon, buddy. I really do hope so. Oh, could I... Because I don't want to, like, accidentally, like, tell you to do something you're probably already doing. To help you feel better. Because, you know, the obvious water, you know, rest a lot. Yeah. Yeah, of course, but I still, I hope you feel better soon. Like, really soon, buddy. I really do hope so. But yeah, I saw that there was Yunli back there staring at us. Off in the corner.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation
Oh, he
has
just knows.
returned to the Loufu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
I think...
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
I'm pretty sure at this point everyone knows that Dan Heng is a Imbibitor Lunai.
And this young friend is?
Oh, he doesn't know Yanqing yet. I guess he is 12.
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Loufu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance.
She's kind of
ready
hanging
to take
out.
on all kinds of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today.
Oh, fuck, yeah. Yeah, I get that. I completely get that. It really sucks when you, like, you can't do either thing because it's gonna fuck you up. You can't do one thing to help you because it's gonna mess up something else, yeah. But it is what it is. Life is life, and it hates us. Very much so. All I can do is just try to win it. Life is a gacha game. And we all are getting the very common pulls every time.
Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yun Li.
Hey, Yun Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other? Guess we don't need any introductions then.
Eat the ones you can't dodge. And that, you know what? Might as well. Because when you fall off that horse, it's like... what was the line? Because when... When you fall off a horse, you get back up and you eat that horse. Eat that horse with me, Vegeta.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity. Tell me, how did you two become acquainted?
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you. But when you left, you took my flying sword with you.
Yeah, and as someone who is very accustomed to bashing my head against a brick wall, that is something I can do.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Bitch!
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. On the Juming, when you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string, and it missed its target. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a sec, Yunli. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Loufu's swordmasters.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you.
You ran
But nope,
away!
You tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone.
You ran away!
With all due respect, you don't honor your sword, so you don't deserve it.
Yeah, toddler fight club. I mean, Yanqing's 12. Yunli's younger, I know that much.
Hasn't anyone told you that
I think
taking
he's
without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords,
I just remember that he's oddly
let's have a
young.
one-on-one duel right now.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful, because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yanqing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay and craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary Flame Wheel Octet. Seeing Miss Yunli, who is among those ranks today, well, I must say, she definitely has that fiery edge.
Such grandiose names. Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart. Yunli is still just a young girl, a bit awkward and hot-tempered, so please forgive her if she's being rude.
Alrighty, Leon, thank you so much for coming by. It really, really does mean a lot. I hope you sleep well and wake up refreshed. Thank you so much. It really, really does mean a lot that you came by. But yeah, exactly, Debbie. It's like, you're in someone else's house right now. Play nice. Like, at least try. And it's like, oh, what was I thinking that I wanted to say? I can't remember what I was gonna say in relation to the situation, but yeah. But yeah, thank you, Leon. It really, really does mean a lot. I hope you sleep well, buddy. I can't remember what I was gonna say in relation to Yunli, but yeah, it's just... Oh yeah, her sword is probably almost as big as her ego.
Well,
that
everyone,
was it.
Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yanqing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yunli to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Loufu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yunli. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yanqing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn just yet. I want to visit Lingsha. She just arrived in the Loufu and could use some help settling in.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship Commission for me. I've heard about the attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Xianzhou sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back.
What? No, I'm missing where you... I'm not getting the reference to that one, Demi.
See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Loufu has no intention of violating their rights.
Yeah, but it's like, as someone who likes making... As someone who loves making obscure references, that one is obscure to me. To the inn. To the INN? I don't know what that is. I'm also very uncultured.
I'm on it.
Alrighty. Alright, leave the Palace of Astra with Yanqing.
This is the report Xianzhou just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
You're a sword master. What's this got to do with sword fighting? That's something that's difficult for, like, someone with a steel-trapped mind to do. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. That makes sense. Again, me being uncultured, I didn't know. Yeah, it's interesting to know.
Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes.
Makes sense, but against the IPC?
It's just, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield.
Oh yeah.
This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble.
It's either capitalism or destruction for them.
Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Oh, okay. Interesting. That's probably something I would know if I, watched something like The Godfather or something.
It is the Loufu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
Yeah, and I get that. It's always... But it's still interesting to see the little cultural stuff and the little different things people, certain groups of people do. It's interesting to look at. His eyes open.
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. I have no ulterior motives.
His big old puppy eyes.
However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you.
That's just true for life in general. Every mistake you made comes back to haunt you eventually. Yeah. Yeah, because, like, you don't want anyone to know what you're up to, obviously. So, yeah. I get that. That is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's just true for life. Every mistake you make will come back to haunt you eventually, and God knows how many mistakes Jing Yuan has made in his countless years of life. We only, like, barely touched upon it with like, Jing Liu's companion quest. Like, yeah.
The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Loufu. As for the Merlin's Claw of the Yao Qing, she has come specifically for you.
Oh.
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
Oh!
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Hi, Mose. And Jiaoqiu.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Yeah, I very much loving Jiaoqiu. Like, the light pink hair, the fact he's a foxy, and the smile. He looks so mischievous. I love him. I know I should save up for him since I did get E1. I did get E1. Well, so I should at least try and save up for him. He does look cute. I do like him. Yeah. I at least knew the flower color one. I didn't know that one. Also, Mose. I know that voice.
Now this is
I see
interesting.
they haven't changed his voice just yet.
A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead. What does she mean? Tell me, what could be more important to her than coming here?
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge Waterscape. I believe she went there to enjoy it.
Yeah. I vaguely recognize Jiaoqiu's voice, but it's not. No name is coming to mind.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jing Yuan? This person is being sarcastic.
Yeah, I did know that. That he's a fire nihility character, which always made me interesting. Which always caught my eye, or was always interesting to me. Because he's described as a healer. He is described as he works as a healer, but he's a nihility character. So I'm very curious about how he may play out. Like, is he gonna be a nihility character, but everyone heals through his DOTs? I don't know. Could be awesome. RDR, thank you so much for coming by. It really, really does mean a lot. I hope you sleep well and I hope you sleep well and wake up refreshed, buddy. It really, really does mean a lot. Thank you so much. He's an essential oils person. Oh no. I mean, honestly, being a snake oil salesman is very fitting for a kitsune. Like, let's be real. That is very fitting for a fox person archetype. Because they're all about, like, tricks and being mischievous and, like, kind of going a little too far with it. So it makes sense. That would actually make sense.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan.
Also,
I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be inappropriate to keep you waiting, so she sent us here.
It's like, I was about to say, and his eyes never open, which makes him extra cute.
Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
I was expecting that we would have Mo's talk a little more. I don't know what you're talking about.
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I'll go get it back for you.
No need to bother. The Juming envoys won't be leaving the Loufu anytime soon. I'll ask for it later when we meet again. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the general seemed a little reserved. Could it be because of Elder Yan's visit?
Reserved? Really?
Oh, I guess a
Maybe
little.
I'm just overthinking things.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Juming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yaoqing must be the Merlin's Claw herself.
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this entire thing so unusual.
What's so unusual about it? They simply received an invitation from Jing Yuan, just like the crew, right?
The war dance is just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou ships here. I'm afraid they're here for something more.
Of course they are. Alrighty. Alrighty, I'll see if I can. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the Eidolon quest. That sounds cute.
Maybe they've come to hold Jing Yuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Loufu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Loufu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or does it indicate a traitorous intent from within the Loufu, implicating Jing Yuan himself? Once the spark of suspicion is kindled, it proves hard to extinguish.
Always. Once you have that shadow of doubt, so there are going to be people who believe it no matter what. No wonder we were called back for the ceremony. Alrighty. Oh, okay, you mean like that's a thing in the current version. I thought you meant like it was going to be an update for August 31st. Okay. Yeah, because I may, if it's like a post-game thing, I'll probably do it in my spare time. But I will at least get to it.
What was I thinking?
Yep.
Seriously. Here I was looking forward to a carefree and enjoyable trip. But it seems wherever we go, drama is just around the corner.
Okay, I get that. I understand. Yeah,
I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new Cauldron Master of the Alchemy Commission on the Loufu.
July 31st. Okay.
An alchemist from the Juming serving as the Cauldron Master on the Loufu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
I mean, it was probably intentional. He's probably trying to hide it from me, so, I mean, it's fair. Yeah, no, I get it. I trip over my words all the time.
Come
I'm surprised
on,
I have
don't
feet
think like that.
with how often I trip.
Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General, it's not like you can do anything. Did I say something wrong?
No, little vaster a conversation, March.
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's burdens at the moment. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
Yep, we met Aventurine. We're friends with Topaz. We kind of know Jade. So yeah, you're a real master of conversation. I don't want to end up in an IPC lawsuit.
What's with you turning into a scaredy cat? I didn't see you worrying about lawsuits when you wrecked that giant mech.
Giant mech? Wait, now you lost me. The only mech I'm thinking of was not an IPC bot. No, I guess it was. Like, back in Bellabog, that's the only mech I could think about.
Well,
I don't know.
Since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
How time flies.
Why am I... There we go. Wait, that was weird. Okay. To the Artisanship... Oh, you're right. Aye. Boop. But yeah, it's like, I'm trying to remember the mechs we fought, and it's like, I'm not seeing anything.
Can I really reason with you, Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Is that the same
But
guy?
I am trying to reason with you here.
Oh, Jikui. Oh god, is that the same guy? No, it's not, but...
Toxic voice sounds familiar.
Wait, yeah, it is!
Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
I just didn't recognize the glasses. Oh my god, it is him.
You know what? This isn't
It
my
is
first
Sky.
time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
Scott, what are you doing here?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? You're staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Look, I heard you
They're
were in trouble.
No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
Definitely bad. Ugh.
I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikui. What's going on here?
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Loufu before? Why did you come back?
Did you enjoy barking so much that you had to come back, Scott?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology!
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Loufu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But the fact the cargo is on the ship at all means it has to be checked.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Oh, shit.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on
fucking
biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Yeah, it's like, of course it's patents. It always comes back to the patents. Every greedy company loves their patents.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
If they have to deal with you, then can I just... You know, I have a hat, a baseball bat, and a lance. I want to use all three on this guy.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
I get that. Well, I know a thing or two about this fucker.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
Yep.
Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
Alright. Listen, Scott. At the end of the negotiation, if your morale is higher than or equal to your opponent's, it's considered successful. Okay, so pretty much you just added the... It's just now both sides have, the good and... I guess I never paid attention to what they were called in Ace Attorney, but like the Ace Attorney points. Your negotiation choices will lead to different outcomes, which can either increase or decrease your morale as you make choices. Yeah. So this is a way to make these a bit more difficult, make them more like Ace Attorney.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation.
Yep.
But he does seem to follow rules to some extent. Let's use that against him.
Got it. Intimidation, but he does follow rules.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
Make proposals from legal perspectives. Start by making him feel uncomfortable. Use Xianzhou's identity to intimidate him. Remind him of his embarrassing past. Legal perspective?
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you.
True.
That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
Also, I live for any time the Trailblazer gets to talk. I love it. Also, lip flaps. I think this is one of the rare times she has flip flaps. They have lip flaps.
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance with the IPC's rules.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you to honor the terms? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Okay, keep going. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally click anything. Skip the reasoning part and resort to good old violence. Assure him that you will proceed with caution, pay you compensation you wish. Skyfaring Commission can pay compensation.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, you're just a negotiator they hired. But I'm different. I'm an IPC member, and my fleet has accepted this transportation order. Naturally, I need to be responsible. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
That's a good point. Double the results of this round's negotiation. Skip this round's negotiations. Return to a Okay, so no, this is just flat cheating. This is just flat cheating. Okay. It's like, I do know, like, Dr. Ratio. I could call him.
I'm pretty tight with Dr. Ratio from the Intelligentsia Guild. Almost like family.
Okay, that's too far.
Doesn't that make me...
What's all this nonsense? Even if you were married to him, you still couldn't represent the Intelligentsia Guild?
Again. Oh my god, this really is like Ace Attorney, where it's like, no. My point was that I know him and can call him. What? It's like, that is not what I meant.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back.
I guess it works out.
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case.
Yeah, I kind of fucked up a bunch and kind of won in the end somehow.
Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
I am like a real Ace Attorney. I bluffed the hell out of that and won.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid the Skyfaring Commission's inspection?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Who?
Allow me to introduce
hello.
myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master
You're
and head of the
cute.
Alchemy Commission on the Loufu.
She's got some freaking like darkling hands going on. You like Kingdom Hearts Darkling. She's cute. I like her.
Could she be?
Yeah,
Oh, the Merlin's
she's
Claw.
the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
Okay. She's the Merlin's Claw.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy
Welcome back,
Commission.
buddy.
I had nothing better to do, so I came myself.
She is really cute.
It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah, I can understand the like mixing of those in your stomach. Yeah, I get that. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped that altercation just now.
Oh, shove it up your ass.
Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Nice.
According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires.
Nice. Oh, yeah. I get that. Just eating a bit too fast and then just getting another thing. Yeah, I feel that. I'm a bit of... Even though I have to ration, I'm a bit of a glutton. So, like, I get that. I understand.
Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Oh, I love her.
Only 47 years?
I mean, that's nothing in our lifetime. It's like, I like Ling Sha. She's very cute. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. It's like nutrition's important for healing, but also, like, KFC is so tasty. Yeah, and then like KFC's my comfort food, so like I will always eat that anytime. But also food! Exactly, it's like food! I like food! Yeah, I like Ling Sha, she's so sassy. She's cute. She's so she's cute, she's sassy. I love her.
Why so surprised?
I hope we can play as her.
You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Oh, the like passive-aggressive vitriol, I love it.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm.
I love it.
While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
She speaks with the vitriol of a person who has worked retail for years. She knows how to handle fucking dumbasses who think they own the world. And I love it. She does it in stride, with confidence. I love it. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a thyroid issue, but I understand of just being able to just go through it so quickly because you don't even think about it. It's just, it was good. It makes me feel better. Even though you know it's bad for you, you just can't help it. It's just a human thing. It just, yeah. No, I'm sorry, buddy, but I get it.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
I don't know, it's not rolling on the ground right now. At least you've wisened up for once.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
Yeah. I can imagine if I had the ability to, if I had a bigger space and more money to get the ingredients to cook. Yeah, I'd imagine I'd be the same.
Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
Oh, I was not acting chummy with you. I was ready to shove my lance up your ass. Actually, up your urethra.
This lady is really something else.
Yeah, I love her.
Is this the IPC product?
Oh.
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Oh.
Turn it off.
Ooh, it looks cool. Terror Grip. When an ally is inflicted with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. Okay. When Terror Grip ends, if the caster of Terror Grip is not if Terror Grip is not dispelled, then the affected ally will fall into a terrified state and be unable to tell. Okay. Oh, it looks cool.
How unexpected. That was a surprise.
It looks cool. It's like a combination of the... It looks like a combination of like the like searing blade robot that works under Svarog and the chainsaw one that works under Svarog. But then given that the Boris and Wolf aesthetic, I like it. Okay.
Until everything burns to ashes!
I like it. It looks really cool. Yeah, let's do it this way.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
The dice have burst.
I'm just not sure if it's gonna be like... I'm just not sure if it's gonna be like an annoying thing. Like, cause that fear sounds like it could get really annoying in like the simulated universe.
Spend freely.
It feels like it could get really annoying in the simulated universe eventually, and I'm not ready for that.
I will claim victory for my set to the sea. Don't play!
Yeah, I know.
This is more than a battle. Fight!
But it's more just like... It's more the fact that since I don't really have the money for ingredients, we gotta be careful with what we buy and what we use. So that's my thing. Okay. It's just, that's my thing. So it's like, we can't really experiment with cooking like I would want. Oh, okay. Damn, because like, I usually
Continue
have a bunch of
or remain
stuff
in the
and
dark.
filters to try and make the game not too loud. And every time I swear, every time I do recordings, like, the game always ends up being, like, being too quiet, and I have to turn it up. But thanks for telling me.
It's on me. The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
So yeah, it's just that
Firefly type
it always comes back to money with me. Because I can't really... Oh, no words for the moon. Because yeah, I gotta be very careful. Closing and opening casket.
Planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
Not
exactly. But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Yeah, that is a good way of going about it. Getting them in bulk,
Gentlemen,
that's a good way.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
Why do you say that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Okay, so it's mostly mechanical, but it uses biology as a you know, as like a power source, more or less. Calling it wetware is hilarious. Is that what humans are?
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Have you not seen the Intelligentsia Guild?
To create a new weapon?
Have you not seen them? I'm pretty sure they wouldn't care about... I'm pretty sure they would cut off their own arm if it meant having a scientific breakthrough. They'd probably have a kid just to throw it into a power reactor if it meant advancing scientific research for them.
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because honestly, that would be fun to just be able to make a pizza just at any time. Even though I'm not the hugest into pizza, I don't hate it. I'm just not. It's just not a thing for me all the time. But yeah, it's like that is really cool. I'd love to be able to do that someday.
According to our rules,
And like
all
properly,
prisoners
not
and
just.
weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Loufu.
Oh, I get that. I'm a seasoning snob. Something I've been doing recently is like combining a handful of seasonings together into their own bottles to make special seasoning. Because my IRL mom does not season shit. Everything always ends up being bland. So it's like I end up having to season it on my own. So it's like I get it.
As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
After a while, everyone disperses and goes in their own way.
I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Linksha.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenqing to be so...
Miniature?
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Loufu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
Thanks, Linksha.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
Oh, I can get it. I used to be one of those people who would fuck up seasonings. I remember we used to make homemade, well, I mean, I still do occasionally, but we used to make homemade potato chips where we just take a potato, cut it as thin as possible, and fry it in oil. I remember one time I put so many spices in that, and it was unbearable. Yeah, no, that is what happens. Some seasonings just do not work together at all.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
Ooh.
We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Hell yeah. I want to hang around cute. She's more big sister energy than, like... Because I was about to call her mommy. But it's like she's more big sister energy than anything. Also, I was just flat not looking. Because, yeah, of course, I can't go, like, 2 seconds without being like, Mommy? Big sister? Mommy? Big sister? Sorry. Hey. The Quiet Sing of Gillian's. That's a name.
I'm here to pay my respects. News is spreading pretty fast.
Hey.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit.
Which Which, I mean, I guess makes sense when you start dealing with people who have lived for hundreds of thousands of years. There's not really much of a change in
The
mentality.
tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
Oh, no. I can understand that, Demi. Being taught cursed information can make it hard to... can make the intrusive thoughts strong. I get that. I fully get that as someone who has once mixed some chemicals together. I get that.
You're a Loufu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes.
Can you not tell by
I
the
grew up
ears?
here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission.
I mean, I know, like, I know the Vidyadhara are just elves. So, like, it can be hard to tell, but, like, I don't know anywhere else where there's elves.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar.
Yeah.
Just like you, Don Hung. I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Yeah, and if I remember right, Lingsha is an abundance character, if I remember right.
Well,
so, like, makes
once
sense.
a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable.
Yeah.
The
Things
seed
always
was
happen in
already
cycles.
planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
It's like, things always happen in cycles. They'll always come back around. Why such a serious topic all of a sudden?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yanqing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Okay. Thanks for explaining that to me, Demi. I'm gonna be honest, I did not process what you said. So, like, I was afraid to ask what you meant by that. But okay. But yeah, dang. Yeah, so I get that, having the intrusive thoughts. It's just, yeah, it just happened. Again, our brains hate us, and I don't get why.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy, but I do have a piece of advice, Miss Lingsha. The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Loufu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Lingsha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
Yeah, exactly. That's always what it is. It's like, wouldn't it be funny if you just, like, punched that person next to you? They didn't do anything wrong to you, just what if you did? And it's like, why? Why would I do that? Why, brain?
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor,
it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission.
Right.
Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master.
No.
She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Loufu.
Yeah, I know that's one, like, not the deboning part, but just like the biting off your finger. It's like, it takes the same amount of pressure as a carrot who just, it's just that your brain tells you to not to, so you physically can't. So yeah, I get it.
And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
Oh, I didn't... Oh. Let's see.
What? You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Yeah, and that's where his past comes back to haunt him. I'm guessing that's why Ling Sha is here. I'm guessing that means she is the Merlin's Claw.
Why is your face turning pale, Yen? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Exactly.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Pick the bad time.
Yun Li! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqi.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
You're the one who's it's like you're the one who's spying on us all the time.
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yun Li, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
I mean, it's literally a flying sword. The whole point is to let it slip from your hand.
You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back myself!
Oh, to be young and at the wind with the impulse.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
I mean, yeah, I'm not surprised that there are people shipping them. They're supposed to be counterparts to each other. So it's like, I get it. Lingsha has a huge-ass sword that just stays still and counters, whereas Yanqing is fast and has a whole bunch of swords. They're obviously supposed to be counterparts to each other. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
And a part of... And I wouldn't be surprised if they made Yunlei so that people stopped shipping Yanqing with Jingliu.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to
He at least has
eliminate
someone
those
of the same age.
abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
Oh my god, stop with the dick measuring competition.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
I wish I had Lingsha's fucking passive-aggressive confidence. My god. I love how she acts. I want to act like that.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here.
I mean, if I know anything about shipping, people will ship anyone with everyone with anyone. It's like, that's just how it is. People like seeing two characters together, they're gonna do it. And I don't blame them. So it's like, yeah, I could see it.
If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Sounds good.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
I'm guessing we're on Yanqing's side. Oh yeah, we're playing as Yanqing. Nice. You know, I'll take that. Having Yanqing replace, oh, I got it. But yeah, having Yanqing replace, Firefly actually does work out.
Looks like my predecessors left quite a mess. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins. Be careful
Right.
when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we...
Alright, let's go. Makes sense.
What do you want to know?
When Yunli takes action, she will use attacks to defeat the enemy first. Got it. Yeah, that... I can see it. That's kind of cool.
How many can you block? Strike with heart.
All right.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Boom.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
All right.
Trust me, this is a guaranteed win.
Oh yeah, I didn't think that. I have a bad habit of using just my skill points rapidly. That's on me. Okay. Right.
Time for swordplay.
Okay. Nice. Ow. I mean, I guess it makes sense. That was
those
4.
moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
Spend freely.
Okay.
No dirt.
Okay, so I'm gonna save my ults for a moment.
Tricks, all right.
Destiny is a pair.
A one-time enemy.
I'm gonna save my ults for right before Yunli does her thing. Okay. B. And then we're gonna
Memories are
hit everyone with it.
Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Boom.
Watch your head.
Practice as all swords descend.
Fiends or devils.
There's a good chance I do. There's a good chance I do this here, though. How many waves? Oh, it doesn't even explain how many. Okay.
It's on me.
What do you want to know?
Probably shouldn't do that. Yeah, let him call. We should be able to get our ultimates back up.
No dirty tricks.
Hold everyone back again?
It did. They changed Hua and Tail's voice actor, and Argenti's actor. I don't know the reasons why, but yeah, they had changed Hua, Tail, and Argenti's voice actors.
You can't play dead standing up.
So, Hua is now Megan Shipman instead of Courtney Lynn like she was before. And then Adam and Argenti went from Adam Michael Gold to, I don't remember their actors' names. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need a speed.
Hedge your bets. Spend freely.
How many can you block?
Boom.
Destiny is apparent.
All right.
Watch your head.
Go ahead and do that. Nice. Okay.
The dice have been cast.
Oh, you do it with him? So that...
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Since he's closer. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have. Because now she has more kills than me. Okay. I'll be honest, I'm not sure how to handle this one.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they did change the actor, so it is different.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Get them.
Sure, I'll play. It's on me.
Yeah.
Memories of beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
All right. Yeah. Because they definitely tried their best to have everyone. It seems like we were evenly matched.
I win, Miss Yoon Lee.
I guess we won. Nice. Yeah. It's like they definitely did their best to mimic the original actors as much as possible. But yeah, I still feel like I don't like Tails' new actor. I really don't. He sounds like a guy who has a frog in his throat. Like, he sounds like he's trying to be a frog. Just a guy with a normal voice doing something, you know, with a lot of guttural. And it just doesn't work compared to the original Tail, who at least tried to make the guttural work with the voice. And same thing with Argenti, he just became a normal knight. You could put his voice lines over literally any knight character you could think of, and you would be like, okay, that fits. Whereas with Argenti, with Adam, his previous actor, it worked perfectly. You couldn't hear those voice lines and not think Argenti. So yeah. I don't know the circumstances of why they changed everyone's actors. It hasn't been said. But yeah. It still does bother me a little bit. Although I do think I ultimately prefer Baha's new actor. I still wish they didn't change the actor. even though I do think I prefer her new actor's performance overall. But yeah.
You got lucky.
A little.
Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize,
Okay, that's too
and
far,
then
Xianzhou.
go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Okay, Yanqing, I get you're a child, but come on.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Oh, I never heard anything about Argenti's VA being in the hospital. I remember I heard that his VA... I remember hearing that his voice actor... Or Argenti's voice actor was... I remember hearing that Argenti's voice actor's kid got COVID. So he was trying to, he had been focusing entirely on... And I think... Because I remember seeing a tweet explaining that he couldn't do the recording for one of the recent updates because of that. There was just too many lines for him to record all at once. At least in the amount of time that was needed. So I never heard anything about him going to the hospital. So I could understand that. Just multiple times, just not being able to consistently record. Just, yeah, I could understand. But that is sad, if that is the case. Oh yeah. That could also be the case. I'm not sure. I mean, that's why Svarog's voice actor changed. I mean, I know... Well, that's not the reason, but I know Svarog's voice actor changed for reasons that I don't want to talk about. So yeah, I could see it. But I don't think that's ultimately what it was that changed them. Because remember, Argenti had no voice lines since 2.0. Anytime he had a new appearance, he did not have any new voice lines. They were entirely blank in English. So for him, it's definitely a different story. But yeah, I know Christopher Neosi. I was debating on if I wanted to talk about it when Mose first showed up, but yeah. I don't think I want to talk about the Chris Neosi situation. That's been a thing for years and years, and yeah, I don't think I'm the best person to talk about it. Yeah, usually a culmination of things. But yeah, it's I'm not too surprised that, the whole thing with Chris happened. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I want to give my opinion on it. I mean, as I'm talking about it, I will. I am ultimately happy that Chris stepped down, because I will never forgive him for the shit that he did. But it is still a bit sad, because I've been anyone who knows my streams knows. I am a fan of his work. I'm a fan of the Terrain of Magical Expertise. I do love his voice. So it is sad that he still stepped down, but I am very happy he did choose to step down, because, yeah, I will never... It's I wish him the best, and I hope he becomes a better person, but I will never forgive. That's my general view on life as a whole. And it's I'm hoping this will be a point where... I'm just hoping it will be a point where, this is just another step in his journey of becoming a better person. As slow as it has been, I have seen him slowly become better. Ever so slightly. So I do hope the best for him. But, yeah, it is best he stepped down. He's still not ready. He is not ready. And I completely understand. I have not dealt with the situation, that kind of situation in my life ever. So I perfectly understand. But I can perfectly understand of just have someone who has been in those kinds of situations and dealing with that, and seeing somebody who has done that in a position of power. I do understand that. So I don't blame you for having your blood boil over the whole thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm not the kind of guy to be able to talk about serious stuff like that. I'm the funny roach man. But yeah, I'm not good at talking about serious things. I never have been. But yeah. But I perfectly understand. And that's why I kind of... Oh. Let me play this out before I continue. Because this is not where I thought that last cutscene was gonna go. She throws that thing around like frickin' Musashi from Bright Fencer Musashi. I love it. Mommy, hello? Mommy?
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Hello?
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission.
Yeah, sure thing, Feixiao.
Passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Loufu is never short of surprises.
Oh my god, her voice!
However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
That's a good suggestion. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, Demi. Because, like, as someone who does, like, have a high appreciation for voice actors, that's awesome that you have a few contacts and know some people in the voice acting community. That's awesome. And yeah, no, you don't have to put it in the kindest way possible. I mean, for Twitch TOS probably, but I get it. No, yeah. No, it is downright like, the only reason I'm not explaining how atrocious and horrible his actions were is because I just don't want to dwell on it for much longer than I have to. Because, yeah, I'm not the kind of person who should talk about that. To talk about serious stuff like that. I'm not. Like, I'm barely good at talking about video games. I'm not qualified to talk about abuse and assault and all that. But yeah, I can understand. But yeah, I perfectly understand. And I barely even know half the story. Because it's just not a story I want to dive into. So yeah. But your feelings are more than valid, Demi.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Feixiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady?
Feixiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why, especially why I don't want to talk about it. Last thing I want is for Twitch to bonk me. So I perfectly understand. So yeah. Alrighty, you go get that water. You go hydrate, buddy. But yeah, I understand.
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Oh, right, she's the
Looks like
Merlin's
I'm
Claw.
quite famous on the Xianzhou Loufu, too.
Again, I'm not paying attention to the story. I'm sorry. I kept thinking Li Xiao was the Merlin's Claw for some
Everyone
reason.
has heard of the great general. known to all and unbeknown to none.
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Loufu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals.
Oh, she's so hot. Oh god, I love her. Oh no.
Sounds much better, right?
Oh god, I love her. Oh
no. Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
The war dance ring.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao.
Oh my god, Fei Xiao. I'm gonna be gushing over her for the rest of the stream.
If you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and
God.
say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
Oh my god, she is so much just Jing Yuan. She's just female Jing Yuan, and I love it. A moment later, Fei Xiao leisurely walks to the ancient seaside shore. Oh god, I love Fei Xiao. Oh no, I love her.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around
back,
for a
Demi.
few hours. So, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I can get that. That's what I always see myself as, like, the side character, so I understand that. I like being the support pillar. I don't like being the main attraction. I don't like being the one that everyone looks to. I like being the support pillar. The healer, the tank. So I understand that. Yeah, exactly. I like that. I like when people recognize me and are like, yeah, exactly. It's, oh hey. It's like they recognize me, they respect me, but it's not a big deal whenever I show up. That's exactly what I like. Just this, we actually talked about it, in Mata's last stream, where we were talking about it just like, I can't remember exactly how we phrased it, but just like this niche popularity, I think is how we described it. Where it's like, people know you, but you're not like a big name. You're very popular to a niche demographic. I like that. It's very comforting.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Loufu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Makes sense.
But... I know you're going to say but,
Where's
right?
the cushion? Where's the... Hold on, let me get my cushion. I knew there's gonna be a heavy butt. Yeah. Yeah, and I get that. A lot of people like their privacy. So I fully understand. People, it's like, being in that place where, like, you can just kind of be yourself without being known by a name. It's really nice.
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Loufu could be in a world of chaos.
God, I love the fact that his eyes are always closed. That is my favorite thing with any character. A character who just, like, their eyes are just always closed and emote with them always closed and rarely open them. I love it. I mean, shock, surprise. Lukoa is my favorite character of all time. She's my comfort character. Shock, surprise.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer.
Yeah, see?
And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
I feel that. I feel that, Zhao. But yeah, like I said, he's a military healer. Why is he nihility? I like that. I want to know if you're he is the literal exact opposite of a healer. So it's like, I'm very curious as to why a healer focuses on slowly whittling people down. I feel that. I feel that. I love my favorite character design of all time is pink hair and green eyes. So I fully understand that. Pink hair is a weakness for me.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
Yeah.
Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power.
Makes sense.
Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway,
God, I love her.
This is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Okay, it seems like I'm slightly correct. Like, no, she's a lot smarter. She's not, I don't think Fei Zhao is full on himbo energy. But, like, very much, I mean, close. She's smart, but not in the right ways. But, like, not in words or... She's smart in the sense that she understands. I don't know. I don't know enough about her, but I love it. It's like, I love her. She's just...
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Loufu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
Makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It's like having that good eye-hair color combo is really powerful.
By the way,
and making sure you balance that is great.
You met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
To be fair, she's also like 5. She's like 500 years old. She's like 5. Actually, no. I don't remember how long the long life species live for, but she's like a child by their standards. So, like, I mean, it makes sense.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead. hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days.
Damn.
As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live.
I can understand
You asked
that.
if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
I can relate.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
Super serious guy who just doesn't understand emotional. Okay, I like that.
You guys figure it out for yourselves.
Alrighty, see you in a
I'm
bit,
due
Danny.
to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
God, she's so cute. Sorry, I'm gonna be gushing over Fei Zhao forever.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Well, good for you, March, because
You think so
this is
too,
the whole
right?
thing about this. Yeah, those foods were fabulous.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I need her.
I was talking about Yanqing, actually.
Okay, again, the fact that this was not indicated by the game, I love that. I fucking yes. Again, I live for any time the Trailblazer just gets to be their own character, because they're clearly not our stand-in. We get to name them, but they clearly have a past and history and personality of their own. So I live for any time they get to be themselves.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
Something
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Loufu before the war dance.
Yeah. A crossing of blades and hearts.
Need to extract.
Oh.
There.
Okay, we can just
I
walk
don't
over there.
believe in ghosts.
What about one? I had something on my mind and I forgot.
What is your purpose for entering the seat?
I can't remember. My entire brain is nothing but Fei Zhao. That's all that's on my mind right now. Hello.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Huaiyan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchue for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you.
Aw. It's like when you get the old man with doing the pumping dog eyes. I mean,
Since you
that's
joined
trust,
the
man.
ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Loufu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchue from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They
It's like
haven't
Twitter.
achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
Yep, that's Twitter, all right. Just a
But
sad
I've
truth
seen
of
enough
reality.
failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
Welcome back, Demi.
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Loufu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning.
Says it's the Marshal's orders. Do we need to step
No
aside?
need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Ooh. Oh, God, I feel that. I'm sorry your neck's been killing you, buddy. Because I understand. Ibuprofen sometimes does not like kicking in. I had that with my teeth all the time, where it's like, I need two, otherwise it will not work. And sometimes even then. Because just one will amplify it for some reason. So
Yes,
yeah, I get it.
It's this case right here.
I'm sorry, buddy. The case gleams with a muted luster, crafted from a material neither wood nor metal. Its surface is masterfully woven with metallic threads, outlining an intricate pattern of lotus flowers.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Loufu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Loufu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award.
Ah, okay.
It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside.
Okay.
I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't... You could have just slept wrong, you could have... And that just messed with your neck. I don't know. Still, I'm sorry you're dealing with that, buddy. It's just not fair.
I've been wondering, who would be worthy of such a sword? And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yanqing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Loufu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yanqing.
Damn.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Juming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me.
Of course.
But whatever happens, it won't be him.
It'll be either death or disaster. Now that's giving them too much credit. Looks like Fei Zhao was right.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Yeah, it's like they keep measuring their dicks. It's about time they pull them out.
Quiet
Not
now.
literally.
We have other guests here.
Metaphorically.
I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble.
Thank you, Huayan.
It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together.
That's a good way to go
I
about
want
it.
you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
I like that idea. Force them to work together and put their differences aside.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prop.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Well, I have like 3 different paths I can choose. That guy can become a dragon. March hasn't had a change in like a year. So, literally everyone had the same thought.
Who? Wait, me?
I was fully expecting the Trailblazer to be like, yeah, me! Or like have the option to say who.
That Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Like, to be honest, I thought there was going to be a little bit of a back and forth. That's actually really nice.
Wait, are you
It's nice to have it so
serious,
straightforward.
General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
Oh my god, she's just like me, for real, for real. Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Oh my god, yes! Again, having the Trailblazer speak! Yes! I love it! More! Thank you!
Yeah, I did say that. But This is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry.
Don't drop the 7th.
It'll take you at least a
too
decade of
formal.
hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be?
It would be.
Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
I mean, if you want to go technical, no swordmaster is ever able to graduate, for they will always have something new to learn.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Exactly. The day you stop learning is the day you're 6 feet under.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
Time for you to become the best swordmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target.
I've never gotten frozen
I'm
before,
on board.
so I mean, yeah.
Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay.
I'm just happy the Trailblazer's able to be their own character. It makes me happy.
Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Huayan, smiling silently, soon departs the seat of divine foresight.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about?
Honestly, March, I have not been paying attention, so I wouldn't know.
I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Loufu for some time.
But aren't we here to attend the ceremony anyway?
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Loufu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two swordmasters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies.
I like Huayan.
Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, Be prepared for the meeting.
No worries. Answering a few questions is no big deal.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Loufu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
Nah. In Aurum Alley, Fei Xiao meets with her old comrade in arms.
The
whom she met for
illustrious
years.
Merlin's
Yukong!
call waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao.
Of course, the mommies know each other.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Oh my god, and we always throw a fit whenever Goku takes, like... I'm sorry, it just made me immediately think of Goku. It's like, we always make a fit of, like, how Goku hasn't talked to his friends for, like, 10 years between Boo and End of Z. But, like, this is 30, and they're like, yeah, cool, that's fine.
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Pichu? Okay, I guess Pichu... Okay. I don't know. I was gonna make a Pokemon joke and I lost it. Yep. Hags. You gotta hag love.
He's been my
Absolute
retainer
hag
and
love,
personal
exactly.
healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years,
Okay, I'm
he's
just gonna call
dedicated
Jiaochu
himself to
Pichu from
managing
now on.
my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Loufu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the reports from the Loufu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced.
Oh yeah.
This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about the whole... I actually forgot about the whole Luocha side plot at the end. Yeah, I guess that's coming back. That would make sense.
The Loufu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Loufu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Loufu today.
Our actions had consequences? Damn, that's a first.
Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark.
Hags look out for
Perhaps
hags.
pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
It's like, I get it, Fei Xiao. Hags look out for hags. I get it.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, You know how I am. The Loufu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
Sad truth. One bad thing, one mistake can completely break apart years of goodwill.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
I mean, I guess it makes sense. Wolf people hate fox people, I guess it makes sense.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Loufu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
It always is.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukon. Have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Not her. Not Ron May. Come on. After a day of running around, you finally arrive at the Petractor Inn for a well-deserved rest. This night, your restlessness from meeting the general and the bustling crowd before the war dance keeps you from falling asleep. Day 2.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
I feel that. I feel that, Stell. We can call her TB for short. I feel that, TB. Insomnia's been kicking my ass.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
And actually... Oh, there they are. I'm actually thinking of which... That might be a good point to... Oh, wrong screen. That might be a good point to end stream, to be honest. Like, I know there's still a lot to do, but like, I wasn't exactly in the best of moods today anyway, but yeah, I have been feeling it a lot lately, of just like, I've been feeling it a lot lately, of just how streaming... I don't know. Because it's one of those weird things where it's like, I adore streaming. I adore streaming, but for some reason, whenever I am streaming, something is always pulling me away from it. Something's always scaring me to not want to continue. Welcome back, Demi. I was actually thinking about ending stream right here, since we reached day 2 of the I don't remember. We reached the day 2 of the visit. I thought it was a good stopping point, because like I was saying, it's like whenever I am streaming, I always feel, as much as I adore streaming, I always feel this like weird pull of just making me worn out, making me scared to keep going. And that's been hard to break out of lately. I didn't feel it when I first started streaming, but as I kept going, for some reason I felt it, and it's just been scaring me to stream ever since. That said, I do plan on coming back to this. I will do day 2 in another stream. That I do promise. I just need a buffer to like really get it all. Have my body figure it out. Thanks, buddy. It really does mean a lot. It's been slower than I want. Because I love streaming. And I want to stream full time, but I don't know what in my brain is making me not want to do it. That's something I've been dealing with a lot lately, of just things I love doing, my brain has been trying to stop me from doing. And I don't know why. My brain has been actively trying to stop me from doing the things I love doing. And I've always been scared to do them for some reason. I don't know why, and it's just been making me more stressed, and combine that with all the health problems, it's not good. And that means a lot, Demi. That really, really does mean a lot. I'm happy to hear you'll be around, if you're able to. That's more than I could ask for. Thank you so much. But yeah. One thing I could... Nah, actually. I was about to say maybe we could do a warp, but nah, I do want to save for either Jiao Chu or Fei Zhao. But yeah. So yeah, I think I'll end it here, so I can give myself a little buffer. So I can... Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't want my flesh person. I don't trust my flesh person. I only trust Eos. There's a reason why I don't trust Davern anymore. Even though that's not my flesh self either, but... But yeah. So I think I'll end it here. It's like we reached a good stopping point at the very least, so we can start up in a place that's not like halfway through a story. I mean, it is, but it's a good stopping point. It's like the end of an episode. Of an arc. So yeah. I'm trying to think if I had any closing thoughts. Oh yeah, I could search for someone to raid. Because that's something I haven't done. I haven't been able to do that the past few streams. Because I just don't know. Not really. I mean, technically, yes, there are people I could raid, but I just don't. I'm on. I just don't feel comfortable raiding right now. Alrighty. Thank you so much, Demi. It really does mean a lot. And thank you everyone who came by to watch, to lurk, to listen. It really does mean the world to me. As simple as it is. I'm not the best talker. I like talking, but I'm not the best. So it does mean a lot to have y'all stick around and listen and just watch me just kind of just exist. So yeah. So sometime in the future, I'll do my best to stream the rest of 2.4, get it all done. And yeah. I feel like you'd do better. I feel like you would. I just know how to pad. I just know how to pad out my words, I guess. Because again, I stumble a lot. But yeah. But I think that'll do it. So thank you all so much for coming. It really, really does mean a lot. And I'll see you guys sometime in the future. Yeah, I'm the same. I do better I respond better than I do talk. But yeah. So I'll end it here. Thank you all so much. It really, really does mean a lot. And I will see you guys sometime in the future for the rest of 2.4. And yeah. Exactly. Yes, and. It is constantly yes, and. I am constantly in improv mode. It's like, what can I do to branch off of this? And if I don't have anything to branch off of, I'm done. But yeah. So yeah, that'll do it. Thank you all so much, and yeah. Bye-bye. I need to get into ending screen at some point. But yeah, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.